I have never once regretted it. I now understand the joy that they had that day. I now understand the power that is in giving your life to Jesus Christ and letting Him be the captain of that boat that's called your life this wonderful morning. I was raised by my maternal grandparents. My grandfather was the Tuinamuka from Mazuata, and my grandmother was Vunivalu Ndravuni from Nakelo. So you can imagine being raised by two chiefs. There's a lot of tradition, and with the tradition, you are exposed to a lot of other things such as yangona, smoking, and all that. So I can tell you for a fact that's how I started drinking yangona. That's how I also started smoking. And as it went on, I also went into drinking alcohol, nightclubs, and all of these things, which is what some of the youths or some of us may think is the end game for us. You know, have a few drinks with your friends, go out to the nightclubs, and all of those things. But little did I know that there was more. There was more in store for me, and there was more of what God had planned in my life. As it went on, I also then began to start my family. And you can imagine trying to start your family without Jesus or without God will be the most hardest thing. I think the biggest experience in my life to date is the birth of my first son. When my son was, or when Randini had been wheeled into the labor room, she knew the type of person I was. At that same time, I was still in a nightclub down in SUVA. So Randini was being wheeled into the labor ward while I was still in the nightclub. As it went on, I came in the morning to visit her. I was still drunk. And I can safely say that isn't somewhere that you'd want to start your journey as being a father. I can say today that while sitting here and experiencing what I've experienced in giving myself to Jesus Christ, I have come to realize what family is and what I believe what God has really planned for you when you do start a family. So as the years went on, my family grew. My family grew for me to have 4 children. Now the second biggest thing in my life was my 2 eldest children, who I regard as my own, are actually my wife's children from a previous marriage. Now you can imagine when we started our family, how the children had thought coming in to stay with me and those things. They had their own reservations. They had their own thoughts of how, they've been through a couple of houses, and it hadn't been good experiences for them. But I thank God that they had brought me into their lives, and I'm here with them today. So when they first came in, they had their reservations about how I was, and I just thank God that He gave me the love and the understanding to love them equally as my own children, and I call them my own children today. So when I'm normally asked about how many children I have, I just say outright 4, because I regard them as my children as well. As I continued on with my family, I realized, and it came to the point in 2018 where I realized that my family couldn't go any further, or the struggles that I was having was, there was something wrong basically in my life. And I knew that I had to try and find a solution for what was going on in my life, or the wrong things I was doing. Work wasn't as sweet as it was before. I was dropping things. I was making mistakes at work. We were fighting at home, me and Randini. Things weren't as peaceful as I thought it would be. I thought that, as long as we loved each other, that was it. Little did I know that in order to make your marriage work, or in order for you to become anything in this life, you need Jesus Christ.